What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Death's Oasis deck, or rather a Teysa's Oasis deck, because we're also going to be playing Teysa Karlov in this deck for a very interesting pairing of cards that I gotta say far surpassed my my expectations on how I thought this deck would do originally whenever I put these two cards together, and I was like, yeah, maybe. It did a lot better, performed a lot better than what I thought. Anyways, before we go ahead and hop into how this deck actually works and all that good stuff, I would like to remind everybody, of course, if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, and click that bell icon. And then, of course, if you want to see us live, hop over to twitch.tv/Dr. Spilligan. And then down in the description of every video is the Discord link, which I encourage you to click, join us up, and, you know, have a good time. All that great stuff. Now, on into what we're actually playing here today, this deck. You know, everything basically about it, I was like, yeah, this is good stuff. You know, I'm putting good stuff in the deck. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Death's Oasis would actually be that good. And I went for a method that I thought would be convenient, right? I thought it'd be an easy sort of build around, but it turned out to be a very, very efficient build around. And that is going to be sort of edging your opponent out just in efficiency, right? Just building up a card advantage, a creature advantage, just an advantage generally in the game, right? And Death's Oasis actually kind of allows you to do that. So we're going to tackle this card in pieces because there's a lot of pieces to this card. So whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put the top two cards of your library into your graveyard. One, you mill in yourself, so reanimate decks kind of good with this, right? Your 3-mana enchantment that continuously mills yourself given, you know, non-token creatures dying. So it's like a reanimate aristocrats deck had a baby in a weird, very, very strange way, right? Then return a creature card with lesser converted mana cost than the creature that died from your graveyard to your hand. So you don't get to put it back on the battlefield, which I find is a huge negative. But of course, if you could put it onto the battlefield for 3 mana, it would be, you know, way too strong. So you put it back into your hand. And this is why I say this card sort of contradicts itself, because you want to have a higher CMC creature dying. That way you can return, you know, higher value cards from your graveyard. Like you want to have at least a 3 CMC creature dying so you can get at least back a 2 CMC creature, right? But then again, you don't want to have your 3 CMC creatures dying generally. You don't want to have your 4 CMC creatures dying generally. So it sort of boggled my mind on how I would actually use and abuse this card for a while. And then last but not least, we have the pay 1 mana, sacrifice Death's Oasis. You gain life equal to the greatest converted mana cost among creatures you control. And this piece is actually one of the nicest pieces that I think I overlooked on this card. And it's because it turns this deck from being a mid-rangey deck that's like, oh, feels bad, you know, if I don't hit my draws up against these aggro decks, it just feels bad, into you know, it's okay. Because even if Death's Oasis only gains you 4 life, you know, because you do have a lot of 4 mana creatures, even if it only gains you 3 life, it's probably giving you a card advantage, right? One of your creatures has died, 2 of your creatures has died, and you've been able to get back at least 1 or 2 cards, which is essentially like drawing those cards from your deck, right? Say you have 3 copies of Serrated Scorpion. If one dies and you bring it back from the graveyard to your hand, it's pseudo like you drew a Serrated Scorpion from your deck. Now, obviously, you have more Serrated Scorpions in your deck, and there's a whole lot more in the logistics side than just that, but for all intents and purposes, you understand what I'm saying, right? And so that was sort of the idea here, right? We would play aristocrats, we would sack out Orzhov Enforcers, and, you know, maybe get some life back with the Cruel Celebrants, maybe get some card draw and some life gain with Chevill, and we just get back some valuable lower cost creatures, some Serrated Scorpions, some Healer Hawks, some Alseids, right? Some things that would just be annoying for our opponents to deal with. And then in 3 CMCs, we have sort of the utility of the deck. So we have Plaguecrafter, which allows us to sack out an opponent's creature, as well as whenever it comes down, it can make our opponent sacrifice a sacrifice a planeswalker if they don't have a creature, right? Which is excellent. If they don't have either, then they still discard. So no matter what, Plaguecrafter is going to hit something. Furthermore, it's a 3 CMC creature, so whenever you throw it down and you sacrifice itself, you're going to be able to get back your Priest, your Cruels, your Chevills, you know, you name it. Wolf Strider is obviously great in this deck because you're able to sacrifice your creatures at any given time, get that scry off. Furthermore, it can escape from your graveyard for, only 5 mana, which is very, very cheap. Next, we have Lotleth, not in the deck as a companion, just in the deck because, well, you're playing a whole lot of 1 and 2 drop creatures, so Lotleth kind of makes sense. Now, we do only have him as a 2-drop, so don't go overboard, right? You don't want to have him as a 3 or a 4, but being able to play back a Priest or, again, an Order Enforcer every turn from your graveyard is very, very strong, especially when, again, I'm talking about sort of edging your opponent out of the game, which sounds a little wrong, but you get what I'm saying. Now, Teysa comes into play in the fact that it allows you to super buff your Death's Oasis, right? It allows you to, instead of drawing 1 card back into your hand, it allows you to draw 2, for every creature that dies. So you lose 1 creature, you gain 2. Essentially, you lose 2 creatures, you gain 4, which is, again, very amazing. And then to play into, the essence of this deck, right? We have Rankle, which allows us to come down. Each player sacrifices a creature, obviously better for us than our opponent. Each player discards a card. Obviously, that's fine for us, given we have things like Polocranus. We have things like Lotleth Giant, which we can bring back with Blood for Bones. We have Lotleth, which can bring back these other cards, right? And then, of course, the lose 1 life, draw a card. That's just good card draw, right? Speaking of Polocranus, again, once it gets discarded, you can escape it. It's great at removal. It's a big creature. It's pretty much everything you want. Now, you'll notice here I have 1 copy of Shatter and 1 copy of Kaya's Wrath. I couldn't quite make up my mind which one I felt was better in the deck because obviously we don't play too many creatures that have 4 power or greater, but at the same time, it is easier to cast given you're playing 3 colors here. So maybe you want Shatter if that's what you have or if that's what your colors allow. Maybe you want Kaya's Wrath if that's what you have or if that's what your colors allow. Make it your own. Again, Blood for Bone is going to be great at getting things back like Lotleth, like Teysa, like Rankle. And also it works great with Death's Oasis because you sacrifice a creature, you put 2 into the graveyard, you bring 1 back to your hand. Then with Blood for Bones, you bring 1 back to the battlefield and 1 back to your hand. So it's like a 3 creature play, right? And then last but not least, Lotleth Giant, who is going to come back, and obviously we're playing a whole lot of creatures that are going to be going into the graveyard, so he can kind of be a finishing cap to your deck, right? I know it's a bit of a long one, and we do have 62 cards in the deck, so if you find 2 cards you want to cut out, by all means, but this deck, it outperformed what I thought it was, so I kind of went into it with a bit of a jokingly manner to it, right? I was like, 62 cards, it'll be fine, it's just going to lose real quick anyways, and I'll push it to the side, but it's not so much what happened. Anyways, all that being said and out of the way, we are going to go ahead and hop right into our matches. Gaius, I don't know. We can call you Gaius, I guess. This is a scary hand, but we'll keep it. I don't exactly know how this deck's going to play out yet. Isn't that a scary thought? Alright, Healer's Thought. Get him down. I think we are going to go for the Death's Oasis before the Lotleth. Oh, that was easy enough. We got it down. Now to see if it actually does any work. Midnight Reaper coming down for our foe. And another Lotleth for us. Alright. We might actually just trade out this Lotleth here if they don't. Yeah, do that. Alright, Serrated Scorpion back in hand. So we basically just drew a card, right? We just drew a Scorpion. I don't mind discarding the Lotleth. Alright, so we got him down to 8. It's not bad. It's not bad. Another Murder Strider. You son of a bitch. That's alright, we'll get to bring Lothris back into our hand if we want. There's a Polar Crinus. I'll bring a Lothris back. They don't know we have the other one, so. We have 5 creatures over there, so if I sack the Healer's Hawk and bring back the Lotleth, it's not quite enough. Not quite enough. But I do like that idea. So we're going to go Lothris here. And we'll play a Scorpion. Alright, so we have lethal here then, yeah? Oh, Snapdax. Damn, that's good, because that gains them 4 life. Fuck. Well, bye-bye Lothris. Well, at least that'll also put cards back into our hand though, right? A card. Cruel Celebrant. We do this, that way they only gain the 3 life, they don't gain 6 life. We're gonna wait and try to hit the Blood for Bones next turn. I say this Death's Oasis card does eat through your deck. God, it's a little risky, but damn it. The tapped land. No. Alright, so we can get Polar Crinus back on our next turn. Alright. Worst comes to worst, we can always get down Lotleth and then sacrifice our Death's Oasis to gain some life that way. Goddamn Snapdax. Healing them up. Here I thought we were going to have an easy game. We almost did. We almost had an easy game. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, though. Oh, man, that's terrible for us. That is not good. Problem is it costs 6 to get Polar Crinus back. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We can go Blood for Bones to get the Polar Crinus back, and then still have the 3 mana so he can fight something. Oh, but he's gonna come back as 6, right?
Lotleth just deals 10 damage straight up. Ah, I forgot about the Alseid. Damn it. Alright, that's a GG, isn't it? 9 damage in the skies. I mean, not quite yet. Not quite yet. God damn it. Lordy, lordy. Do we have an out here? Do we actually have an out? We got a lot of different plays we can make. Alright, Gius, what you got? You're gonna let it happen. We have 4 mana left. Alright. Alright. What a game. What a game. This one's really got me thinking. Maybe we should have kept Chevill back. Chevill. Oh.
GG. GG. Damn it. Number 6. Okay. Number 6. That's who we're up against. We don't have any green mana here, but we have the Temple of Silence. Lourdes, nope. Looking for mana, actually. You can go to the bottom there, kitty cat. Nothing like good old mono red to get your morning going. No, it really lights my fires. Ever so faithful robber of the rich off of the rip. Alright. Priest, baby girl, I'm gonna need you to live. Just live. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Don't you dare shock me. Yeah, you can't understand what it does. I don't really understand what it does either. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, they gotta have Rimrock. You don't trust. You don't trust it. I'll tell you that right now. You don't trust it. I don't trust it. Light of the Sage. Maybe I should. So we can get down to Alseid and Serrated and tap for Priest, but then we can only get down this. So I do want to get Teysa down, but that feels like a later date kind of thing. So at least gain us some life. Well, damn, there goes there goes our board wipe. Hey, there's some. Speak of the devil. Now, I guess we could always sacrifice Death's Oasis and gain 2 life if it came like, you know, life or death situation. Right? We'll see. Oh, no swing-ins. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Let's get down to Teysa, ladies and gentlemen. Are we doing it? Are we actually doing it? We're not gonna sack. Not right now. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. You can't make me. Alright, so I want a good creature, a good sacrifice creature to be drawn out here. You know what I mean? Something spicy. Annex. Opponent, chill. You're being very aggressive right now. Some might even call it aggro. I don't appreciate. Even if they use Rimrock here, we're killing that son of a bitch. They're wasting an Infuriate to kill an Orzhov Enforcer. You make me laugh. Ha. Ha ha ha. Alright, so we have 2 creatures, which we can now sacrifice with Priest. We can gain the life. I do want to Serrated over, what's it called? Although, again, there's a point to be made for Alseid. Oh yeah, it procs twice anyways. Alright, so we Priest. Oh, do we want a Priest? Or do we want... Yeah, I want a Priest. Yeah, I want a Priest. Kind of crazy. Crazy talk is that. Don't get me wrong, swinging in and gaining the 2 life up against mono red, that is something to behold, but drawing the card I think is all the better. I guess we'll see here in the end what is better. So we can go Lourdes and then something from our graveyard. We can go Serrated. Whoa, wait a minute. If we go Lourdes. No, we only have 2 mana creatures. Whoops. Whoopsie. Well, we could go Cruel Celebrant.
But if they have Embercleave, we're kind of boned, right? Kind of, sort of, a little bit boned. Well, if they have Embercleave, we're kind of, sort of, a little bit boned anyways, right? Thinking. Let's go for the Celebrant. Celebrant, good times, come on. Get it? It's Celebrant. When does Mono Red not get annexed? Torbrand. You fucking troll. Alright, so. You can only take 8 damage. That's going to be 4. That's going to be 3, which is 7. That's going to be 3, which is 10. So even if we block here, I sack these 2. We will gain 2 life off of sacking them 2. We can also kill that, right? With our Teysa. Alright, so let's do it. That's it. That's it. Don't infuriate. Don't you dare infuriate. Rimrock. Same difference. You son of a bitch. I don't think we're going to be able to get up high enough, but we'll see. We got several triggers going off here. Alright, so time to get cards back into our hand. Do we sack Death's Oasis here to gain 4 life? We have all this stuff in hand. I'm surprised at how well we're able to survive against this mono red horrificness. Alright. It's 4 more. 4 more life. 4 more. Oh, 6 more damage, sorry. We might actually be able to get them out of the way here. Do we have a Lotleth over here? Out of all the cards, did we ever get a Lotleth? No, we did not. Wait a minute. Oh no, because that costs white mana. Is there a way that we can... If I sack Priest, bring back Celebrant. There's a way I have lethal here and I know it and I just don't know how to get to it. Alright, well let's just do this. Annex is about to give them hell of tokens. 6 tokens. Alright, so we're doing this. If they hit an Embercleave, y'all know we're screwed, right? Oh, we're screwed anyways. Castle Embereth. Oh man, we put up such a hard fight. Oh man, number 6. So what do I think about Death's Oasis now? Now that it stood toe-to-toe with Mono Red. And yeah, we picked up the defeat. But honestly, there was a misplay on my part there that would have allowed for lethal. Really? Is this... You kidding me right now, game? You've got to be. You must be. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, we just played him. Gaius? Isn't this the one that's playing the Orzhov, what's it called? Orzhov Enchantments, maybe? I thought he was playing Loris, though. Am I missing something? Am I missing a piece of the pie here? Piece of the puzzle? Who knows? Who knows? I don't even remember if we played them with this deck. Alright, I really don't know what they're playing now. Thought I did, and I lost it. So we can actually shock this in and get everything down. Get it all on the board. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so no attacks. Although I suppose if I wanted to set myself up for a good old shatter, I could have waited. Right? We'll see. We shall see. Opponent doesn't do anything. We drew a Polocranis. Well, that's a yikes. We only have 4 mana cards in our hand, and we have 3 mana. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Gaius? What, ow. I just actually punched my desk. That hurt. What you got for me? Surely it can't be that hard to decide. Alright, there we go. They didn't have anything. They were just mulling it around in their mind on whether or not they wanted to think that they had something. I know it sounds complicated, but that's what was taking them so long, right? Now you understand where they're standing. Or I guess rather where they're sitting. Though some people do have standing desks. I've always sort of wondered about that. Like how good are they actually? Because if they're pretty good, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind standing up to play Magic. Standing up to play video games in general, really. It sounds like it'd be a little bit healthier. Can I get a land? No. Whoa, Strider. Whoa there, Strider. Take it easy. Take it easy. We might sack something out, literally just so I can scry and be sure that I hit a land. Because if I can hit a land, the world is our oyster. Am I right? Snapdecks. That's what this deck was. It was the annoying ass Snapdecks deck. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Can you just hit resolve? You have 1 mana. 1 mana, and it's your Alseid proccing it. I'll take a Godless Shrine. Because you know what? That'll clear up this whole bout of fuckery that we're about to deal with. Alright, so we can resolve that. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Putting an extra little counter on the Snapdecks. Snapdecks is going to gain them a decent little bit of life here, but we're about to wipe it, so fuck them. So fuck them. This is fun. So we're dealing 3, they're gaining 5. Sorry, they already gained 5. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for a Shadow the Sky? I guess we should have swung in first, right? Ah, well. Ah, well. So we'll get a creature, they'll get a creature, we'll deal some damage, gain some life. I like how we're both conveniently back at 24. Like, nothing ever happened. I wonder if they're going to sacrifice a creature to get rid of our creature. Yes, indeed they are. Does draw him a card out, so you can't be too upset at him. We can get down a Rankle. Make him discard a card. That doesn't sound bad. And I'm actually going to go ahead and play this, and I'm going to discard Polocranis. Oh, it's just Vampire of the Dire Moon. Silly little Vampire of the Dire. And then they draw the Murderous Rider. It never happens the other way around, huh? Never quite happens the other way around. That's alright. Well, that's our 6 mana if we want to get Polar Kranis, but we have to exile 6 other cards from our graveyard. We haven't even seen Death's Oasis. FYI, by the way. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get Polar Kranis down. Polar Kranis is a good one. Alright, and that, yeah, so we want to leave the Woestrader for sure down there, and then we can also escape that later, hopefully, maybe. We also have enough mana that we can fight twice with Polar Kranis, and if I'm correct, it actually doesn't deal damage whenever they attack here, so we can take that just perfectly fine, right? Righto. Then we'll have Polar Kranis fight their Murderous Rider and Midnight Reaper come our turn. Get rid of that nonsense. Submit. Let's see if they just sack here. Nope. Resolve all. They're paying 2 life to draw more cards. That's crazy. And fight. Alright, so we're taking them down to 6. It's not too bad. That's not too shabby, honestly. We're still at 21 health. We got a Polar Kranis down. I still need to get Teysa. We haven't even seen Death's Oasis. Gee, thanks. Hey, we got him this time. Gaius, Geus, whatever their name is. They're just going to scoop it out.